Have you ever felt that strange feeling in the dead of night when everything is silent and your soul is calling you to something greater? There is a moment when hearts open, when the doors of divine mercy are wide open. This moment is between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. This is the hour when prayers go straight to Allah, when angels write your name among the sincere. The Prophet Muhammad taught us that the last third of the night is a time when Allah descends to the nearest heaven and says, "Who calls upon me so that I may respond? Who asks me that I may give him? Who implores my forgiveness so that I may forgive him?" Reported by Al-Bukhari and Muslim. But few know the secret of 4 Rakats. A hidden prayer that opens the doors to sustenance, peace, and guidance in just 3 days. Would you be ready to discover this powerful key? Imagine a man lost in the dark. His soul is heavy, his heart is tired. Every day he struggles against the weight of fate. Every night he cries in silence. His hands are raised to the sky, but his prayers seem to vanish into thin air. This man, maybe it's you, maybe it's all of us. One evening, unable to carry his burden any longer, he went to a wise man, a scholar whose wisdom seemed to embrace the secrets of the invisible world. "O Sheikh, I pray, I do good, but nothing changes in my life. Why doesn't Allah hear me?" The Sheikh looked at him kindly and replied in a soft but deep voice, "Brother, did you knock on the door at the right time? The mystery of the right time, when the night hides divine secrets." The man, disturbed by this response, lowered his eyes. He prayed, yes, but was there really a moment when Allah opened the doors of destiny? The sheikh approached, placed a hand on his shoulder, and whispered to him, "Wake up between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. Do 4 rakats with sincerity. Cry before Allah. Ask relentlessly, and see how the doors will open." The man had never heard this before. He knew the importance of night prayer, but he had never been told of such a precise secret. Awakening. The beggar's experience of the power of night prayer. That night, he set his alarm for 3 a.m. His eyelids were heavy, his body tired, but something inside him told him to get up. He performed his ablutions, placed his forehead on the ground, and whispered in the silence of the night, "O Allah." The first night he felt a peace he had never known, as if an invisible burden was lifted from his soul. The second night, a strange light invaded his heart. Not a light that we see with the eyes, but a clarity that crosses the soul and melts all anxieties. The third night, something incredible happened, an unexpected opportunity, an answer he had been waiting for years. His destiny changed. The divine promise. Allah opens the doors to those who know how to knock. Allah says in the Quran, "Call on me, I will hear you." Surah Ghafir 40:60. But then, why do some invoke without response? Maybe because they haven't knocked on the door yet, at the right time. And you, have you ever knocked on the door at the right time? There are keys that open the doors of destiny. But how many people spend their lives in front of these doors, without ever knowing how to unlock them? The prayer of Tahajjud is one of those lost keys, a spiritual key that few know, and even fewer use. However, it is a prayer that Prophet Muhammad never missed. A treasure hidden in the silence of the night, a direct link between you and your Lord. The Prophet said, "The best time to pray is the latter part of the night, because Allah descends and responds to the supplications." Reported by Muslim. Imagine Allah descend, the King of the worlds, the one who holds your destiny in his hands, come down to listen to you, to answer your calls. And yet how many people are sleeping at that time, unaware that a miracle awaits them just before dawn? If you feel stuck in your life, if you are looking for an answer, if you want to see the doors of your destiny open, Try these 4 rakats, but not as a simple prayer. None. Do them like your life depends on it, as if this was your last chance to be heard by your Lord. Here's how to accomplish these 4 powerful rakats. 1. Perform your ablutions carefully, the water running down your hands, your face, your feet. Wash not only your body, but also your soul. Feel this purification. Let each drop of water take with it your worries, your sorrows, your errors. 2. Take a moment to connect to Allah. Before even saying Allahu Akbar, close your eyes and breathe deeply. Feel His presence. Know that you're about to present yourself before the King of the worlds. 3. Perform 2 rakats with humility. Recite Al-Fatiha with conscience. Feel every word. It's not a mechanical recitation. It is a conversation with your Lord. 4. Adds 2 additional rakats. These 2 rakats are an offering of love. Call on Allah as if you heard Him answer you. Implore with certainty. 5. Make a sincere dua after the prayer. This is where everything plays out. Cry if you feel the need. Say everything. Lay your burden at the feet of Allah. Allah says in the Quran, "And at night, bow down before Him and glorify Him at length." Surat Al-Insan, 76:26. If you knew, you wouldn't wait another day. If you knew how much Allah loves to hear you at that moment. If you only knew how close He is. If you knew your life could change in an instant, just by knocking on the door at the right time. Wouldn't you be willing to try this prayer tonight? Yasin was a broken man. His life had crumbled beneath his feet without him being able to do anything. It all started with losing his job. A simple email, cold and impersonal. "We regret to inform you that." His heart sank. How was he going to pay his rent? How was he going to survive? And as if that wasn't enough, his wife, tired of their problems, told him she was leaving. His empty look, his sharp words. "I can't live like this anymore. I'm leaving." In a few weeks, Yasin lost everything. His work, his home, his love. Alone, in a small, hastily rented room, he sank into despair. He wandered on his phone, looking for a sign, an answer, a hope. It is then that a verse from Quran caught his attention. It seemed to shine through the screen, as if addressed to him personally. "And whoever fears Allah, He will give him a favorable outcome and grant him His gifts by means on which he did not count." Surah At-Talaq 65:2-3. This verse resonated within him like a powerful echo. A favorable outcome? Donations? He had nothing left to lose. So he got up in the middle of the night. He performed his ablutions. He knelt down. And for the first time in a long time, he wept before his Lord. The 3 nights that changed his life. First night. He knelt down and prayed with all his heart. He didn't ask for money. He didn't ask for his ex-wife to come back. He asked inner peace. And something strange happened. A calm he had never felt settled within him, as if an invisible weight had just disappeared, as if, for the first time in months, he could breathe. Second night. He repeated the same prayer. This time he spoke to Allah as if He were a confidant. He told Him about his pains, his fears, his doubts. And as he finished, his phone vibrated. A message. A recruiter wanted to meet him for a position, a job to which he hadn't even applied. Subhanallah. Third night. He cried with gratitude. He thanked Allah for this opportunity, for this peace that he finally felt. And in the morning, another message. His ex-wife. After months of silence. "Yasin, I regret our separation. Can we talk?" 3 days, 3 nights, and his life shifted from total darkness to unexpected light. Do you think it's a coincidence? Or is it the promise of Allah which is fulfilled before our eyes? The question is simple. Are you going to get up tonight? This secret only works if your heart is sincere, if your intentions are pure, and if you have faith in the promise of Allah. The Prophet Muhammad said, "When one of you calls on Allah, let him do so with certainty, without doubting, because Allah does not respond to the supplications of an inattentive and distracted heart." Reported by Tirmidhi. If you're ready to try, here's a challenge for you. Set your alarm 3 a.m. Do these 4 rakats with devotion. Ask Allah a specific thing. Do it for 3 consecutive nights, and then look what Allah will do for you. Allah says in the Quran, "And your Lord said, 'Call on me, I will hear you.'" Surah Ghafir 40:60. Are you ready to see miracles in your life? Don't let this secret slip away. This evening, set your alarm. Get up and feel the power of Allah in your life. If you are one of those who will take this prayer seriously, write in the comments, "I'm ready," and share this video so others can discover this secret. May Allah open all your doors and fill your heart with His light.